Thank you all for being here.
As a step toward honoring the truth and achieving healing and reconciliation, we begin with the City of Lincoln's land acknowledgement, recognizing the indigenous peoples who occupied this area and the history that brought us to where we are today. We want to acknowledge that our community rests on the traditional lands of the Ponca, Omaha, Winnebago, Dakota, and Odo peoples, past and present, and honor with gratitude the land itself and the people who have stewarded it throughout the generations. This calls us to commit to work in partnership with our indigenous peoples, continuing to learn how to be better stewards of the land we now inhabit as well. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is so wonderful to be here on this auspicious occasion. I first want to say thank you to the Nature Center for helping to host us and to Director Jamie Kelly for all of her leadership. And thank you to the Pioneer Park Nature Center Board and Patrick Adams, who's here as a past president, to the Crane Trust, who's been instrumental in us arriving at this moment, and to Councilwoman Sandra Washington for her leadership and her parks expertise and all that she brings to making the City of Lincoln a really tremendous place. It's about to get more tremendous. We're so excited to be welcoming new animals to the Pioneers Park Nature Center herd, but they're not just any animals. The bison is this tremendous symbol of our national identity, and it exists at the heart of the history of the American prairie. And so today, as we welcome 6 new yearling bisons, we're really excited to be creating an opportunity to reflect on that history and to educate our young people and to encourage more of our community members and visitors to come out to Pioneers Park to learn from these incredible creatures who are not hiding today, which is great. I have some pretty fond memories of bringing my kids out to Pioneers Park Nature Center preschool, where they would make little drawings of bison and collect the tufts of hair from the fur from the bison that had fallen and put them on their art. This really is an incredible opportunity for people of all ages to learn about our heritage and our history and to dream about a bright future. With that, I want to say thank you again to everyone who made this day possible and to turn it over to Jamie Kelly.
Thank you, Mayor. I also want to thank Patrick Adams and the Friends of Pioneers Park Nature Center board members who, without them, we wouldn't be here today expanding our herd. Their support and ongoing fundraising efforts are really truly made this possible to expand our bison herd. Thank you also to the media for being here today to come and visit our herd and hear the story. So Pioneers Park Nature Center started in 1963 as 40 acres as a wildlife sanctuary. Today we have 668 acres. 400 or so of those acres is tall grass prairie. We also have woodlands, wetlands, interpretive centers where visitors can come and learn about the natural history of the Great Plains, learn about bison, and explore this wonderful landscape that we have here. Bison are the North America's largest land mammal. It's really cool that we have these bison here for people to come and enjoy. They are grazers, so that means that they eat the plants that are around them. Our staff does supplement their feed, so if you come out, you may see large hay bales out in the snow to provide them feed in the winter time. It's very exciting to add our 6 new yearling heifers here to our herd, which makes our herd 12 female strong. They range from 20 months now to 20 years old. Visitors can come out to the Nature Center and view them in the areas that they exist here at the Nature Center along the park roads and also when you're hiking our trails. We are honored to share their story and to share the story of their ancestors. It is exciting for us to have these girls here to be a part of our ongoing education and conservation of the tallgrass prairie.
And just one last acknowledgement. I want to say thank you to our Lincoln Parks and Rec team who work tirelessly day in and day out to make our parks incredible green spaces and places for education and wellness. And we are so pleased that this jewel of a park has some pretty special new residents. Thank you. All right, are we open for questions at this point, Maggie? I don't know if you want to join as well. Yeah.
Where'd they come from?
That's a great.
The 6 new yearling bison that we have come from the Crane Trust. So they raised them and we were able to get them the first part of January from them.
How did this effort start? Why?
So the Friends of Pioneers Park Nature Center, they support the work that the Nature Center does, and it's been a goal to expand the herd for some time, and they did fundraising efforts and they were able to help support the addition to the herd. Like I said, these were purchased from the Crane Trust just here in January.
How much do 6 bisons?
They were purchased in a live auction and they were $1,500 each.
Was it tough competition?
It was.
Okay.
So are they raised where?
The Crane
That I don't know where
The Crane Trust is by Alda, Nebraska, and they have a conservation herd. So similar to us, they are conserving native habitat for not only bison, but their original and I think primary goal is to provide habitat for the migration of sandhill cranes and whooping cranes. And so part of that is having bison on their property to help with that habitat conservation, as bison are key Great Plains animals, and so they play a key role in the habitat management.
Maggie, you talked about the stewardship, with the indigenous people. So how were they involved in this? Were those tribe members involved in this effort in some way?
This effort was led by the Friends of Pioneers Park Nature Center, primarily the board. The City of Lincoln is engaged in the new Mellon grant. I think, Margaret, you wrote about it, that the Center for Great Plains Studies has received. And we're hopeful that through that grant and the outreach efforts that we're going to be part of, these bison can continue to be part of the story. So that is still to come. Thank you again for coming this morning.